Yes, yes, yes. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday from wherever you are. I'm not going to say morning, afternoon, or evening because we are global, baby. Yes, I am here with some amazing guests. But before I start, I just want to say thank you. Gracias. Shukriya. Yes, that's in Hindi, it's in Spanish, and in English. I'm trying to be, well, no, I am multilingual and I love languages. I love people. And so I am going to speak in your language, even if it doesn't sound right, right? Even if the pronunciation or the accent is off, I am going to do it anyway. I am the type of woman that would jump off the cliff and grow my wings on the way down. I am the type of person that will say yes and figure out how to do it later. And that brings us to today. This is our, listen, 18th. Can you believe it? It's been 18 weeks of 2023. This is our 18th episode of Global Women Speakers Sunday Speaker Series. We've had the infamous Les Brown, the number one motivational speaker in the world. We've had, listen, Kevin Harrington of Shark Tank. We've had the Derrick Harper Sr., who has 25 businesses and two of them are 8-figure. We've had Kate Hancock, who took $20, $20, and turned it into $20 million. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm stoked out of my mind. We have another amazing gentleman who is here today to talk about entrepreneurship all the way from the central coast, central of the United States. He's going to talk about entrepreneurship. Why is it important to have multiple streams of income and how the multiple streams of income has changed his life? And then we have a lady backstage. I call her the silent storm. She is no joke. What she's doing is utterly insane. And so really quickly, I want to introduce you to the man with the master plan. He is incredible. I've known him since probably 2009, 2010, and what he has done has been explosive, to say the least. Without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to a friend, a mentor, a colleague, a business partner, the Clinton Keller. Hey, Clinton, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. How about you?
I am absolutely fantabulous. I'm a mix between fantastic and fabulous. I'm fantabulous. So, Clinton, you are on the 18th episode of Global Women Speakers Sunday Speaker Series of 2023. We bring nothing but the truth, nothing but experts, people who have gotten past the point of simply being successful and earning money, and the people who are living with significance and contribution. And so you happen to fit that category. Your heart, matter of fact, you and your wife's heart is truly, like I would say, contagious, because whoever you guys touch, we want to go out and touch other people. Not just contagious, it's truly a gift from above, in my humble opinion, because there are some people that do things because it's nice to do those things. But there are some people that do it because it's just in their spiritual DNA. And that's what I believe about you and your wife. So, Clinton, I would like to know, tell the world who you are. Who is Clinton Keller? Why does Tina have this guy, Clinton Keller, on the Sunday Speaker Series? So, Clinton, over to you.
Man, it's an honor to be on here. This is exciting. I mean, I'm just your normal guy from the Midwest. Nothing special, which is wild. I was born and raised in Nebraska, right in the middle of the country. I live in Omaha.
Nebraska? What? Nebraska?
I'm telling you, and the weather outside is not good right now. But that's why you develop yourself and you get yourself a position where you can have another house somewhere else. So when the weather gets bad, you can go there. But born and raised in Nebraska, never lived outside of Nebraska. Grew up, with an older brother, younger sister. My dad was a banker. My mom was a teacher. Kind of just your typical, blue collar person growing up in the Midwest. But as I grew up, I started dreaming really big. I lived in a town of 5,000 people. So it was very small. My class, my school, we had 63 people in my class. And, I just saw everybody kind of just doing the same thing. And you saw this and you saw it, but you would turn the TV on or you would watch shows, you'd see all this other stuff, and it's like, man, why can't I have that? Why can't I do that? Why can't we do this? And I developed this belief that, you know what, if someone else can do it, I certainly can do it. I just need to figure out how. And I felt like,
Right.
growing up, the best way to figure out how was to just follow them and how they did it and just kind of paid attention and studied them. And that's what I did for a long time. It's been a process to get to where I'm at today. I mean, to go through my story would take longer than people have to listen to today. But it's been special. Life's a gift, and like you just said, I think that you work yourself to get to the place where you can give and help others. Because once you get there, you spend the rest of your life getting other people there, and that's what I believe, and that's why I still do what I do today. Because people always ask, why do you still work so hard on the things that you do? And it's because someone gave me a chance, and someone was there for me, and someone was a mentor for me when they didn't have to be. And so I always promised myself growing up, listen, if someone did it for me and helped me get to where I was at, that I will always be there for someone else and be that person for someone else when I wouldn't have to, but they needed it. So that's kind of my belief.
Wow, I absolutely love that. Clint, you said that we work our entire lives getting to where we want to be, right? And it's not a destination, it's a journey. So I agree with you 1000%. But there's a second part of that you mentioned, and it is the key. It's the crux of why we do what we do, right? Because we want to get everyone else there. So I love the fact that you shared that, and that just shows your heart. And that's exactly why you're here on our 18th Sunday Speaker Series, sponsored by Global Women Speakers. We are the number one platform for women to share their message, sell their products and their services, and network with women around the world. I am Dr. Tina D. Lewis, and it is my absolute honor to not just be the creator and the founder of Global Women Speakers. It is my absolute honor to be aligned with women from all over the globe that have a common denominator. And ladies and gentlemen, that common denominator is service. That common denominator is believing in something bigger than ourselves. That common denominator goes into the 5 core values of Global Women Speakers. Number 1, charity. Yes. We serve multiple organizations, multiple global charities, from asthma to cystic fibrosis to heart to cancer. Yes, we volunteer for them all. So that's number 1, charity. Number 2, guess what? It's culture. Clinton, I think you're aware as well as I am that John C. Maxwell says that culture will eat vision for lunch. Culture will eat vision for lunch. And so that's the second core value of Global Women Speakers. Number 3 is community. There is nothing like being a part of a community of not like-minded women, but like-hearted individuals. And that's what Global Women Speakers is all about. So that's our third core value. Number 4 is communication. Yes, communication. We're speakers. That's what we do. And we're women. We talk a lot. I believe that some stereotypes are true, and women talk a lot. So Global Women Speakers, we talk, we share, we literally, listen, talk about things that can change the world, that can impact the lives of other people. And our fifth core pillar is collaboration. We collaborate with each other. Hey, I see we have Dr. Judy watching on LinkedIn. You see that she says, absolutely, the willingness and passion to serve. Yes, Dr. Judy, thank you for being there. Dr. Judy is explosive. She is literally, she is like on fire, literally on fire. I heard her speak in Spain, and I'm like, wow, you do all of that? Where do you get all the energy from? And so thank you, Dr. Judy, for watching on LinkedIn. It's a pleasure to have you. And so once again, the 5 core values of Global Women Speakers: charity, culture, community, communication, collaboration. Those are the 5 core values, and we do not stir away from that. Yes, we are aligned with women from all over the globe, from Singapore, Spain, from Japan, from Madrid, from London. Listen, it goes on and on and on. Of course, the United States. And I'm here to tell you that there's so many things that are happening, that are going on. We are going to take the globe by storm. It is time for women to be unmuted, unashamed, unapologetic, sharing their stories around the globe. So, Clinton, you are unbelievable. And what I do know is that you always say, you know what? It's all about giving to other people. It's all about giving to other people. And so, what I would like is, I mean, how long have you been an entrepreneur?
I've been an entrepreneur since 2005. So 2005, what are we, 2023, almost 20 years, coming up on 20.
Wow.
So quite a while.
Wow, I love that. Okay, so being an entrepreneur, how did it start? Like, did you go to school for it? Did you have a degree in it? How did you become an entrepreneur? Not just you become an entrepreneur, Clinton, because you have helped other men and women become entrepreneurs and create the lifestyle that they didn't need a vacation from either. So, one, how did you become an entrepreneur? Did you have a role model? Like, did you buy into it? Like, how did you become an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's funny. A lot of things just they aren't planned out. You know, I didn't go to school for it. I went to school for exercise science. I was an assistant golf professional out of college. Then I became went into the fitness world, became a personal trainer, and then I became a sales manager at gyms, and I was a general manager of gyms and things like that. But I was always working on something on the side because when I graduated from college and I moved to Lincoln, Nebraska, you know, I already saw after my first few paychecks of working a job that it was not going to be close to giving me what I wanted to in my life to provide for my family and the things I wanted to do, you know, give and all that type of stuff. So I actually met, I had an older brother that was 4 years older than me, and he had a really good friend who owned a business in Lincoln. And so I met with him because I was like, man, I want your life. You ever just looked at somebody, you're like, man, I want their life, you know?
I've done that. I mean, I look at what Oprah does and I'm like, I want her life, like just looking at her home, right? I've done that. I've done that.
Yep. So that's what kind of sparked it inside me was him and his lifestyle. So I met with them and he's like, yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. I started my own business 4 years ago. You know, here's where it's at today. You know, and then what I found was if you can find your passion and what fulfills you, then go monetize it. You know, obviously
Wow.
you
We
find
have something here, Clinton, called a pause break. So I need you to pause and I'm going to need you to repeat that for the people in the front, the people in the back, but for the most importantly, the people who are watching this live and the people who will be watching the replay. Like that sentence was so impactful and I don't want anyone to miss it. You gave a very key nugget that can be the blueprint for all of our lives. And what was that again?
say you find your passion and what fulfills you and you monetize it.
Wow.
That's going to get you a long ways.
Fulfillment, monetization. It's simple. It's an equation. I love it. Clinton, back over to you.
You got it. So that's what I started to do. And then what I also figured out real quick that there was only 24 hours in a day. So you needed to be able to leverage your time, you know, and I was looking for time freedom because I had all these things that I wanted to do, but you know, while I was working my job, I had to be there and I was only paid for the hours that I was there. And then when I was not there, I wasn't being paid and I only got 7 days of vacation. You know, so as I looked at all this, I knew exactly what I didn't want and I knew exactly what I did want. And I had all this stuff written down. I had a vision board, I had a dream board, and you know, I was talking all this stuff into existence. I was reading books to help me along the way, finding mentors in person, but also finding mentors through books and through reading. And now, you know, with technology, it's podcasts, it's all sorts of stuff. Back then it was a paperback book, you know, all this other stuff. And so what I wanted to do is find multiple ways to make money and then have my money make money. So then all of a sudden you kind of uncap.
Woo! Pause, break, money, make money, money, make money, money, make money. You want your money to make money. I've shared oftentimes, Clinton, that my money is soldiers, right? And so I send them, when I invest in something, I'm sending them out to go and recruit and bring more money back, right? So I love that. Yes, your money make money. Your money make money. So I'm inviting each and every one of you to send your soldiers out. When you make that investment, send your soldiers to go recruit and bring more money back, because that's the mere definition of investment. Clinton, back over to you.
Absolutely. And once you realize that there's a ton of money, it's already out there. The money's already printed, it's out there. There's trillions of dollars of money out there just ready to be spent, invested, moved around, and you just put yourself in position for that money to attract you, then that's
Yes,
when you start really thinking big and realizing that, okay, there really is, the sky is the limit. You can have anything you want, you can have everything you want. You just have to put your mind to it, put a plan and a strategy in place, and then stick with it. And you're going to have to fail your way to success. Okay. Nothing's going to work out right away. The only way you learn is by failing, and you fail forward. So, once you make the failure, you got to, okay, look back and go, why didn't it work? Make the adjustments, and you just don't make the same mistake twice.
mm,
So all you're doing is failing forward. And things take time. We live in a microwave world right now where people want everything right now, and they see people's success today, but they don't
mm.
look and study, how did they get there? What was the journey? What was the last 20 years like? It didn't just happen today. People are like, you're the overnight success that took 20 years. That's what it is. But you just grind and you keep putting it in. And as long as you have the master plan in place, you're going to get to where you want to get to, and you're going to have multiple streams of income. And all of a sudden, things are cyclical. So what I like is to have money in different things in different sectors, because everything is
Right.
up and down like a roller coaster. But if you have 4 or 5 different income streams, while one is up, the other one might be down. But then when that goes down, you're going to have another one that's up. So you're always moving forward, and your money, like I said, is making money, and it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you can leverage your money, but you got to get around people that have the big ideas, that dream big. And then you make your money work for you. Like I said, you start investing. Maybe you invest into a business that you love, that you have a passion for, or something like that, an idea, that you want to be a part of and grow, and you can see where the future's going in that sector or whatever you're doing there. But networking, I mean, your network is your net worth, and
Mm.
what I try to tell to the younger people growing up is you have to network. You have to make connections with as many people as you can. And I always tell people, listen, I'm not the smartest person. I just surround myself with smart people. And
Wow, I love that. So you don't have to be the smartest person. You just surround yourself with the smart people. Iron sharpens iron. And if you're a little dull and you're around people that sharpen you, then you too will become exactly that. I love the fact that someone that's watching on Facebook, if you are watching, ladies and gentlemen, from Facebook, you have to give StreamYard permission to use your photo and your name. So I don't know who this is, but it says, I love that, Dr. Tina. Money, money, money. And they put a rose. I love it. Yes, money, money, money. Your money make money. Your money make money. Everything in life duplicates after itself. It duplicates after itself. So money will create more money, right? Peace will create more peace. Havoc will create more havoc. Problems will create more problems, because in life, you get what you expect, and what you focus on expands. So, Clinton, thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Facebook, for sharing that. Yes, money make money. Clinton, back over to you.
yeah, so that's how I've become what I've become today. And like
Wow.
I said, once you learn all this stuff and you experience all this, all you want to do is give back. And another principle is, the more you give, the more you get. If
Mm.
you give, it's going to come back, tenfold, shaken together, pressed down, and it's
Now run it over. Yes, go ahead. It is Sunday. We're having a sermon over here. Listen, if you guys, ladies or gentlemen, if you are getting any value, if you feel that the things that are being shared are fundamental, that they're practical, and you can put them into practice immediately, then I want you to go ahead and show some fireworks. and Facebook, show us some hearts. If you're watching on YouTube, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. If you're on LinkedIn, go ahead and put hashtag Clinton, KLINTON, hashtag Clinton, or you can just hashtag SSS, Sunday Speaker Series, or you can hashtag GWS. We just want to know that the value that we're bringing, because I can tell you this, Clinton does not have the time to be here. This is a mere sacrifice that he's making on our relationships. Talk about network and relationships, on the rapport that we have. He has a family. His son is going to be a professional athlete, literally training for that. Clinton is running a multi-million-dollar business, and this is the last day of the month. He has so many things that he could be doing, but he made a decision to come here to give us nuggets, to give us jewels, to literally give us, listen, sometimes you just need a reminder. Some of you may already know. You may already be a multimillionaire, but you just need a reminder that you are that, because we become complacent. Or you may say, you know what, I gave up. I'm not working as hard, and you want to know how to work smarter. Clinton can do exactly that. I see we have Dr. Zuley again in the house. Hashtag SSS, Sunday Speaker Series. Thank you, Dr. Zuley, all the way from Jersey in the building. I love it. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. All righty. And so, Clinton, speaking of multiple streams of income, like I'm a fan, right? I have Global Women Speakers. I have Hottie Body. This is, can you guys see my hat? This is my fitness brand. It's the #1 all-inclusive fitness, yoga, leisure, and sportswear line, right? It's from 0 to 5X. From 0 to 5X, because we believe at Hottie Body that everybody is a hottie. Everybody is a hottie. You're not a number. You're not a size. You're not the number inside of your dress or your jeans. Everybody is a hottie. And not only that, when people purchase Hottie Body, a portion of our proceeds goes to a nonprofit called Her Business Matters that helps young girls with self-esteem, entrepreneurship, leadership, and financial literacy. That organization is imperative. Why? Because it actually is, I give into that organization the things that caused me as a teenage mom to change my life. And it was entrepreneurship. I created my own economy, right? Some of you guys know my story. I got pregnant at 18, had my daughter when I was 19 years old. My mom was in a near fatal car accident. I was only 10 years old. We went from having everything to having nothing. Can you say nothing? I mean, nothing. She was in a coma for 3 months, and it totally shocked my world, where we ended up losing everything. She got divorced from my stepdad, and I was devastated. How could he leave her when she needed him the most? And we ended up living in the projects. And talk about culture shock. I can tell you this. I made a decision when I was only 10 that I would never allow anyone to be in control of my income, to be in control of my zip code, where I lived, or what I did. And so that those attributes that I developed at 10 years old, it is what caused me to propel. My mom told me the best way to reach success was through the hands of education. So I did get a full academic scholarship to the University of Southern California, Keck School of Medicine, graduated at the top percentile of my class, went into medicine, and I realized that it wasn't healthcare. It's not, my humble opinion, it's not healthcare, it's sick care. No one wanted to come see me, Clinton, unless they were sick. They didn't come see me just to say hi, to see how I was doing, or to chit chat. They came because they needed me. They were ill. And when I realized that giving them conservative treatment, taking them off medications, wasn't the way of Western medicine, it was no longer my passion. I left the medical field and became an entrepreneur. And I can tell you the income, the unlimited income, the time freedom that I created was unfathomable, because no one taught me about that. No one taught me about that, Clint. No one told me that I could wake up when I was done sleeping, that I didn't need an alarm clock, that I could just wake up because God said, wake up. Like, that's hot. And so during all of that, it allowed me to go from watering dirt in the projects, right? I was on, had welfare. I can tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of multiple streams of income, as Clinton said, if you have multiple streams, when one is plummeting, the other one is skyrocketing. And if the pandemic, if COVID, if the plandemic, whatever you want to call it, right? Whatever you want to call it, what it did teach us is that you need multiple streams of income. Ladies, at first, multiple streams was a luxury, but today it is a necessity. And I'm here to tell you that you have to have three types of income: passive, residual, and leveraged income. Those three: passive, residual, and leverage. I love leverage. It's getting paid off the efforts of other people. If you have a franchise, you are leveraged other people's efforts. You are not at your McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A, you're not at your hotel. Other people are running it for you. It's leveraged income. Passive income is something you do once and you're paid, right? Whether you do it again ever, right? So I believe that insurance is passive and residual income. Network marketing is passive and residual income. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if nothing else, it has been said and proven that multimillionaires, billionaires have at least at a minimum, this is a minimum, 7 streams of income. How many do you have? When I learned that stat, I had only had 2. Go ahead, Clinton. What are you going to say?
I said I have 6.
Wow. And that was a general question, but you see, he's proud and confident and what the system and the blueprint that he set financially for he and his family. He has 6. Wow. So Clinton, without being very specific or going too much in your personal business, can you name those 6, or what industry are they in?
Yeah, so they all fit in your 3 different categories. Networking. So I run a big network marketing team, which is phenomenal. It's my favorite. It's my passionate about, because it's the easiest one for me to help other people. And anyone that wants to change their life can, for sure. I do a lot of stuff with real estate, from Airbnbs to rentals, things like that. I do some consulting. I have partial ownership in a couple of different companies. Obviously do stuff in the stock market, crypto market, things like that, where you can get some passive income, things like that, make your money make money. So yeah, all of it.
Wow. And you know what was crazy? And I see why you're wildly successful is because you just hit like at least 4 out of those 6, 4 of the top income producing industries: real estate, stocks, network marketing, and crypto. Right? Like, that's crazy. I love that. And so, Clinton, I mean, you are unbelievable. I see we have Miss Vined. She said, hello, Dr. Tina. Hi, Vined. Vined is a coach. I can tell you her story is all these women, their stories are unbelievable, where you know that there's a force that's bigger than themselves. I met her in Paris, right? I meet women all over the globe. Unbelievable. Oh my gosh. We actually also have Cheryl Thornham Burnham. She is on the line all the way from Las Vegas. She is an event and entertainment expert. She was the reason why I was in Las Vegas at our celebrity golf tournament. If you're looking for an event, not event planner, right? This is deeper. She is an event and entertainment extraordinaire. You want to reach out to Shirley all the way from, guess what? All the way from Las Vegas. And I see we have Dr. Julie still on LinkedIn. # Clinton. I love that. I love it. Love it. Love it. Yes. # Clinton. I got to take a picture. I'm trying to do it without being seen. Can someone take some photos for me? Because this is classic. I absolutely love it. I'm taking this photo so I can show it to Stephanie, his beautiful wife. Like, hey, you have women all over the globe. # it Clinton. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. So Clinton, I know you have to go, and there's a lady, a powerhouse that's in the backstage. Not only is she launching a book, she's launching a TV show, and she's going to be in Dallas, Texas, for the Mother's Day weekend. I call her the Silent Storm, and you guys are going to see why, because she appears quiet and meek. But when she tells you what she does, who she is, where she's been, but most importantly, where she's going, you're going to say, hey, that sounds like a tornado to me. And with that being said, Clinton, if you don't mind, give us please give us at least, let's say, the top 5 things. Top 5. I normally ask for 3, but because you are an icon, I want you to give us top 5 actionable steps that one can take right now, to grow their brand, their business, and their bank account. I am going to remove myself, and Clinton, I'm going to give you the floor. Give us the top 5 items, actionable steps that we can do right now to grow our brand, our business.
All right. I don't know where you went, Tina. I'm sure you're on here somewhere. Again, I'm not even, I know nothing about technologies. I just know that it works and I let other people do it. But I mean, one of the biggest things I would do is find an expert in the field that you want to go into, where you want to make your income, and study them. Reach out to them, make a network, put a list together right now and make sure you connect with one person every single day, whether it's on social media, whether it's joining a networking business in your community. There's BNI groups, that's the big global one. We have Centersphere around here, things like that. But join a networking group in your community, join the chamber, just start getting around people in the area where you want to start. And then from there, once you get that done, then you move to a different industry. And as you start getting your money, start putting money aside then for investments, and then get around people that are experts in that field. So if you want to do stuff in the stock market, you want to do some trading, get connected with those people that are doing well, that you trust in that field, learn from them, and then just start going. And again, you're going to learn from your failures. So it's not going to be smooth, but you got to put a month plan together, you put a 90-day plan together, you put a 6-month plan together, you put a year plan together. You have to know exactly where you're going and exactly what you want. So make sure you have this stuff written down. Make sure you have it visible, whether it's in your office, whether it's on the fridge, wherever it's at, where you can see it every single day. And you got to speak this stuff into existence. And like I said, find your passion, find what fulfills you, and then figure out a way to monetize it. And if it's already something that's out there, then go find someone and study them and how they monetize it and how you can do it even better. So that's what I would be doing right now, is really focusing on networking with people and finding the people that are experts in their field and connecting with them, studying and learning, and do that every single day. Block out a time of your day where you can do that, whether it's reading for 30 minutes or whether it's listening to a podcast for 30 minutes, whether it's adding to your list. Like I said, get a piece of paper down, make one connection every single day. That's, in a month, in the month of April, that's 30 connections from people you can learn from and study from just in the month of April. And then you keep doing that. Before you know it, you're going to have a massive network of people, and you just learn from them, and then you network through them, and you can always get somebody to help you out when you're trying to put something together, whether it's a business or whether it's an investment opportunity, things like that. And fast forward 1 year, 5 years down the road, you're going to find yourself in a really, really good spot, being the expert in a lot of different things, but knowing all these people in it. And then you take all your knowledge and you just start giving it away. And you help other people that are trying to do the same thing that you just got done doing. So I hope it helps, Tina. I don't know if you're still out there.
Yes, of course I'm still on. That's what we do. That is awesome. Thank you so much for sharing those. I took notes. And by the look of the chat, I see other people took notes as well. Wow, I love it. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yes. Wow. Okay. And the Facebook group, people put so many things. And I'm going to bring in Dr. Sharon because I want to know what her thoughts as well. Hey, Dr. Sharon, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm great.
Awesome. So you were
Wonderful.
backstage listening to none other than the Clinton Keller.
I was
Give us
taking notes.
she was taking notes. Okay, so Dr. Sharon, tell us, what were some of your takeaways?
Um, I'm not as young as I used to be, and I wish I learned all when I was younger. About money and how to make it, how to monetize certain things. And you were such an inspiration just now in talking about that. And I just salute you, you know, for all that you've done. And it's not just about the fact that you're making money, but it sounds like you're also giving back as well, which is even more important. And giving back to people like me, to the world. That's my biggest takeaway from this, is that as a young man, you have learned how to multiply. You know, God is a God of multiplication, and
Yeah.
you have learned how to multiply. And you mentioned it: pressed down, shaken together, running over. Forgive me, I'm a
Yes.
pastor, so I get to jump in and do it for real. And so, yeah, that was my big takeaway from this. Thank you so much for your time and your knowledge. You know, you can learn from anybody, everybody, and I am learning so much from all of you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Sharon. Clint, what do you have to say to that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I was taking notes on my phone. If you were taking notes and you got anything, okay, we have Glenzora. She said, "Hey, Queen and King." Hey, Glenzora is going to actually be at the event in Florida. I mean, in Florida, in Dallas. We're going to Florida too, but she's going to actually be in the one of the speakers at the event in May, coming up next weekend in Dallas with the Dr. Sharon Arendelle. And so I took those two, Clint. I mean, passion and fulfillment, monetization, you know, the time, that's huge. We talked about time. Everyone has the same amount of time and what we do with our time. But get this, most importantly, who we spend our time with is most crucial. In addition to that, talk about a mentor and having a 30, 60, and 90-day plan, making it visual. Write your vision and make it plain. No one gets in their car and just drives in a direction. We put it in our navigation for our GPS, right? We put in our GPS and then we take off. And so, Clinton, I have been blessed. It was an honor to have you here. And I know you have to go with your family on Sunday afternoon. So I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You are incredible. And I tell you, your contribution would not be in vain. What I do know is that the women speakers, hold on, there's somewhere. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I know for a fact that the women of Global Women Speakers, but more importantly, the women from all over the globe that are watching you, Clinton, that are watching this, is going to simply take it and do exactly what it's meant to do. These were seeds. And kind of like a parable that I love, like some seeds just went to the wayside. People are going to listen, watch this, and go back to watching TV or eating their popcorn or their Twinkies or go live their normal life. That's what's the reality, right? But there are some people, Clinton, I believe, a few is going to say, you know what, let me watch this thing. Who is Clinton Keller? What is Tina with her crazy self talking about? And they're going to listen, they're going to take notes, and they're going to say, you know what, I can do one or two of them. And then there's going to be some that has fertile ground, and all the seeds are going to go, and they're going to build a forest, an orchard, a garden, and all of the seeds will grow at some point in their lives. And if we can just impact, most people say just impact one. No, I don't want to just impact one. And if it's just one impacted, I still didn't do my job. Like, really, I want to impact millions of people. And I know that I can do it alone. I have a saying called NODIA, NODIA. No one does it alone. No one does it alone. And I can't do it alone. And that's why I have some powerful women aligned with me and Global Women Speakers. We have some amazing, unbelievable, phenomenal, riveting, transformational women that are part of Global Women Speakers that are doing this with me. We are locked arms. We are married in the mission of taking our messages globally. And so, Clinton, on behalf of Dr. Tina D. Lewis, on behalf of Global Women Speakers, we honor you and we thank you for your time. Tell your wife we appreciate her. And next time we want Stephanie. How about that? So, Clinton, have a good day. Mwah. Love you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody. Have a fantastic Sunday.
All righty. Let me bring in the silent storm. Let me bring her right back in to this stream. There she is with her beautiful self. That green is popping. That green is popping. I think, more importantly, that there's a little feedback from Dr. Sharon. I don't know if your phone is too close to the computer or if your
Let
phone
me.
is
I'm turning it off.
fantastic. Thank you so much.
Is that better?
There you go. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you are on the 18th episode of Sunday Speaker Series with Dr. Tina D. Lewis. I am repping Dr. Erica Speaks. Her shirt, it says Te Identificas. Que Identificas. That means can you relate in Spanish. Her brand is Can You Relate? She's a Can You Relate coach. Yes, this is her shirt. I'm also repping Hottie Body. Yes, because everybody is a hottie. We have size 0 to 5X. And I am here with the amazing, I call her Silent Storm, you guys. I'm just saying, watch out, because you may think she just walking fast, but next thing you know, it's gonna be like, all the things that she has done, accomplished.
Oh man.
Importantly, what she's sharing with the world. So, Sharon, I am going to move myself to the background. I'm going to move you to the forefront, and I simply want you to answer two questions. Who is Sharon? Like, who are you? Who is Dr. Sharon? And why are you just now telling your story? Dr.
I ask that question often myself, and I get so many different answers, and I just really realized who I truly am. I am a queen, because I'm the daughter of the King of all kings, and I get to counsel and coach people back to life. That's what I call it. I get to bring them back from ashes, to the reality that life is still going on and you did not die throughout all of your circumstances. And so I get to do that. How do I get to do that? I get to do that because I had to do it myself. I had to pull myself up, literally from off the floor, and stand straight up and look myself in the mirror and decide what I was going to do with the rest of my life, the rest of my journey. I did that at 40 years old. So for many, that's half a life, right? And so at 40 years old, I picked myself up with the help of some amazing people and brushed myself off and put education in place. My dad always said, your education is the one thing that no one can take away from you. And he was never formally educated, but that was his mantra. And so I followed his mantra and went all the way with my education, just so that I could become what I am today. I didn't realize that I would become who or what I am today. My challenge was to raise two children as a single mom, after being married for a while and losing everything, including our home. I had to raise these two children on my own, but I was not alone. God was with me, covering me. We literally swam out of our house during a storm, hurricane in New York. Literally, the glass came rushing into the house like a mighty rushing wind. And there I was with two children, 8 and 6 years old. And we literally swam out of that. And, the rest of the journey, I just took it by force. I took it by force. I got up every morning, brushed myself off, and took it by force. And when you're doing all that and you're looking in the mirror, you can't even really see who you are. You're programmed, basically programmed to do what you're doing. So you're doing it to salvage the life of your children, but then your children grow up and they leave and they get married and they have families of their own. and you look again in the mirror and you go, so who am I now? So you constantly reinventing this person. And that's what I've been doing, reinventing myself. And then I had the opportunity to write some books, and they've been the challenge for me. I'm an author, and I don't take that for granted, because I'm not penning those pages to myself, because I already lived it. I'm penning those pages to those who will read and get up and get to the point of wanting to live again. Because I realize I'm not the only person with a story. I'm not the only person who fell on the floor and fell apart and like Humpty Dumpty. But I realize that even after you get put back together, there's some scars, but you work with them, you work through them so that you could get to the next place that God would have you to be. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm working on the next place and the next place and the next place. And, you know, at this stage in the game, I keep telling everyone, I'm living my best life. This is my best life. And I challenge others who are in this bracket where I am as far as chronological age is concerned to go and live your best life as well. You know, the circumstances, the roller coaster rides that you've been on, you're still here. You're still alive. I call myself a designated survivor. And as a designated survivor, I have to figure out every day, why did I survive? And after I answer that every day, I do it. I do whatever it is that I survived for. I survived to be an author. I survived to be a speaker like I'm speaking to you today. And I'm just speaking out of the wellness of my heart. I'm just speaking to you today. I survived so that I can counsel people back to life. I survived so I, who had been a part of a wrecked marriage, can help other people through my coaching program to get back to the reality of their marriage. I survived so that I can teach people education. I've been through the gamut as far as education, and therefore I survived so I could educate others. And so if I were to ask a question today, I would ask everybody listening or watching, why did you survive? What did you survive for? And the reason you survive, become who you are. And that's a question. Who are you? You know, that's always my mantra. Who are you? And when people ask you that question, we tend to start talking about our children or our husband or this or that. No, so if you take that away, who are you? If you take the children away, who are you? If you take the husband away, who are you? A child of the King. That's who you are. A queen if you're a woman, you know, royalty in general. The Bible says we are a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people. And that's who I am. That's who I am. And that's what I'm about.
Woo! Didn't I tell you guys a silent storm? She just come in smiling. You never know what you're going to get. And then boom, right? Boom, boom. I see Dr. Judy said there's no end, Dr. Arundel. Dr. Judy, I want you to connect with Dr. Arundel. It's about, listen, collaboration. That's one of the 5 pillars of Global Women Speakers: charity, culture, community, communication, and collaboration. You two are powerful. Matter of fact, you guys look similar from the photo.
Hey, we're rocking it.
I love it. I told you guys, listen, ladies, I share with you that she was fire. I share with you that she was a silent storm. You guys were just looking like, oh, she's so pretty. Yeah, don't. She is a firecracker. Listen, if you know it, matter of fact, can you do me a favor, Dr. Arundel, Dr. Sharon, put the link to buy your book. I want to talk about your book that you're launching, because Tuesday in 72 hours, you're launching a book.
Yes, I am.
And
actually, I don't get the link until tomorrow, but I will share it out on Facebook and all those places.
Right.
You
So
know,
if that's the
so
case, go ahead and do me a favor. Put the link inside of the chat right now or send it to me on Messenger because I want to make sure that if you're a part of Global Women Speakers, that you are actually supporting our sister, that you're supporting our sister, Dr. Sharon. We want to make sure that she goes bestseller immediately, not eventually. We're saying immediately. We want to take her to the top of the charts, and we're going to listen, we're going to polarize. We are going to come together as one body, and we're going to make sure she hit those numbers. I'm super excited. I want to be the first to say congratulations on being a best-selling author, a best-selling author. And most importantly, I want to say, hey, you know what? We are going to be with Wiser TV and the Kimberly Thomas next weekend for Mother's Day weekend. If you are in the Dallas area, you don't even have to be in Dallas. If you're in Texas, I want you to get in your car and drive on down to Dallas to the event. It's going to be awesome. Dr. Sharon Arendelle, if you think she brought the boom now, just wait until Sunday. She has a whole week to think of some. God has an entire week to download more into that beautiful brain of hers. And I can tell you this, when she delivers, it's like boom. It's like, what hit me? That's why I call her the storm. Tornadoes come and they will. I'm telling you, if you're comfortable, she's gonna get you uncomfortable. You're sitting in your house, you're thinking everything is good, you got the remote, and then they're like, oh, tornado watch. You're like, oh my gosh, what do I need to do? Yes, you better go get covered by the right thing, right? You gotta go get covered because when she brings it, she brings the boom. And I am so honored. It's such a privilege to be connected with this young lady. She is an ultimate member of Global Women Speakers. And I want you to stay tuned because what she's going to bring in Dallas, I'm not sure if she's going to offer it to everyone, but my prayer is that she will open up her coaching, open up her program to everyone, not just for the people who are there in Dallas. And so, Dr. Sharon, can you just let us know just a little bit? I know you can tell us everything you have planned for Dallas, but if you could just let us know just a few things. Wow, I see. Look, Dr. Judy was laughing on LinkedIn. She was laughing at what we were saying. And she also said, congratulations. Congratulations to you, Dr. Sharon. Yes,
thank you, thank you, thank you.
yes. So give us go ahead, Dr. Sharon.
It's been a ride, it's been a ride, and I'm on it till the end. I'm never giving up on it. And
Wow.
a lot of people don't understand the ride, and a lot of people won't understand your ride, but as long as you understand the ride, you just keep getting on and keep riding. And what am I going to talk about? I do have a topic, and it's very similar to what I just talked about, because we have to remember who we are in order to do all of this. We can't release and forget who we were created to be, phenomenal woman, phenomenal people. And I'm so grateful to be a phenomenal woman today. That's how I feel about me. And it's not pride. It's you grow up thinking, oh, you need to be humble. And, I grew up in church. So that was the mantra. And humility, we have to be careful with that word, because it can put us way, way down below where God intended for us to be. And so that girl is past.
Yes,
this girl,
yes.
This girl is the future.
Hey.
And so I get to be a Naomi to all these Ruths in my life, letting them know, just ride on my back. Woo. Just ride on my back. She suffered a lot of losses, but Ruth saw something in Naomi. She saw something in that woman that made her follow that woman and follow that woman's God, even though she had no idea who he was. She knew this woman had to be strong in order to lose every single thing she had, including entire family. She followed her, and look at God. Look at what God did as a result of that. So I have all these young women following me, riding on my back, and I promise them that I will never get weak. I promise. I
Wow.
promise. I will not. I will not succumb to fear anymore. And so that is basically what I'll be talking about in Dallas, because it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter who you think you are. Sometimes we think we're this and God really wants us to be this. And so we get lost in the accolades of this and we miss this. I don't want to be that girl. I want to be the girl who gets this.
Wow. You know what? I mean, it's just time to pay tithes. Please take up the person.
Tithes and offering.
I love it. I love it. That's a whole word. And like I said, you guys, if you are in Dallas or its surrounding areas, please come on out. I'm going to pull up the flyer. I'm going to pull up the flyers. You have the flyer in front of you. Give them the location. I am going to give them the link to where to watch it.
Do I have it? I got it. I don't want to turn on my phone.
Yeah, don't. No. Please. I got it. I'll take care of it. Okay, 1 second. All righty, there we go. So I have the flyer pulled up. Let me go ahead and move. There was a little feedback, and I understand how audio is so important. And so those of you who are still with us after over an hour, we greatly appreciate it. I am going to share the location. I'm going to tell you where you can watch it. And listen, if you have a product or a service that you would like to vend virtually, because I know it's Mother's Day weekend and you may not have the capacity to be there. Your family may already have plans for you, but you can watch virtually. You can vend virtually. I'm going to give you all the information coming up right now on the beautiful flyer that I just got. It is literally hot off the press. It's hot off the press in my inbox right now. Right now, it's in my inbox. So here we go. Let's see. It was actually, you know what? I don't know if you guys, I have a sister and she is gorgeous. She is classy. Her name is Kimberly Thomas. Well, I can't say Kimberly Thomas without saying the Kimberly Thomas. She is unbelievable. I adore her. And like the flyer, like I said, is just fresh off the press. So I am pulling it up. And it is actually, listen, physically, you don't, not are you in Dallas, but who do you know? Who do you know that knows somebody that's in Dallas? It's going to be at the Hilton Lakefront Resort. Let me tell you, the Hilton Lakefront, I got to have water wherever I go. And so this is ideal. So I could have chosen to stay home in California, go to Beverly Hills and have, dinner and lunch, brunch, dinner, just everything, right, with my family. And I told my daughter, I said, listen, I want to go to this event. She was like, Mom, the plan was that we would go. And I said, well, babe, plans are meant to be changed. And I'm asking you to come with me. It's my day. It's my day. So I would love for you to come with me. And not only would I love for you to come with me, babe, but I would love for you to reach out to your friends in your sorority, reach out to everyone that lives in Dallas. And I want them at this event. Because those people that love me have to be where I'm going to be if they want to celebrate me on Mother's Day. And so I am going to spend my Mother's Day in Dallas, Texas, with other women that will be with or without their families. But there's a theme behind this event that most people don't know because Kimberly doesn't share it with everyone. She lost her mother. So her giving this event is a contribution. It's to keep her busy and distracted and to bless other people who are moms or who still have their mom, but also in honor of her mom. And that's the only reason that I will pay my own money because I get flown in. This is the only, I will pay my own money to go and be at someone else's event, like literally. And so I'm asking each of you, if you know me, if you work with me, if I have impacted your life in any capacity, listen, even if you can't come physically, I'm going to ask you to watch it. I'm going to ask you to share it on your social medias. I'm going to request that you become a vendor, that you share your products virtually on Mother's Day to other women that are waiting and willing to buy your products. I would love that. And so it's going to be held, as I said, at the Hilton Lakefront Resort. It's going to be on Rockwell. And it's actually in Dallas, Texas on Summerlee Drive. And that's 2 words. But also, I want to let you know that she says she's going to have virtual vendors, and the setup is only $525. But I'm going to ask Kimberly for a discount for the people that come from Global Women Speakers and the women that come from Sunday Speaker Series, because you are here. So I'm going to reach out to her. Matter of fact, I'll reach out to her momentarily, because I think it's important. I think it's important that we make it feasible, possible, affordable for everyone at such a last minute, because she's planned this thing for a while. But as you know, when you're getting people, let me tell you, it's not just us. I know you guys are like, Tina, I don't want to be with you guys, but it's not just us. Let me tell you, she brought some big people in to do this brunch with her. Have you guys heard of somebody named, I mean, Corinne Hawthorne? Anybody heard of her? Corinne Hawthorne. Have you ever heard of her? Google her. You may have heard of this next lady who I love her music. I love her music. Matter of fact, if I could play her music right now and not have this video flagged because it's as a copyright infringement, I would do it. Her name is the Tamala Man. I want you to hashtag MANN in the chat if you've ever heard of, listened to, met Tamala Man. Hashtag man in the chat. Hashtag man in the chat if you've ever heard of the Tamala Man or listened to any music by the Tamala Man. Right. She's powerful. If you haven't, I challenge you, go to YouTube right now. Dr. Judy said, hold on, man. Hashtag man is in the chat. That's for all the way from LinkedIn. We are live on LinkedIn. We are live in our exclusive Global Women Speakers Facebook group. We are on YouTube. We are on the business page. Hold on. I see Whitney Coleman is in the building. Whitney says hashtag man. Yes, she's heard of Tamala Man. We have Vinette. Woo, Vinette is like, wait a minute. Yes, I heard of hashtag Tamala Man. And we have the other speaker, Glendora. She is amazing from Laugh Out Loud Therapy. She said hashtag man. She's watching from our exclusive Facebook group. Listen, this lady is all over the place. I don't know how she does it, but I can tell you she's just everywhere. Laugh Out Loud Therapy. Remember that name, because you're going to see it not just in Dallas, not just in Atlanta, but you're going to see it in Baltimore, in LA. You're going to see it in Dubai. This lady is an exclusive member of Global Women Speakers, and wherever we are, she will be putting on a Laugh Out Loud session. You have no idea what we're planning. I'm talking about people like, can you hashtag Hart, HART? Yes, Kevin Hart. I'm calling you out. We want Kevin Hart. Matter of fact, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be at Kevin Hart Studios for a special event, and I want to invite each and every one of you. I have a brother who has a school of entrepreneurship, and we will be doing an event at Kevin Hart Studios. I'm just saying, you need to stay connected, because you never know who you're connected to. So if you've ever heard of the Tamala Man, Corinne Hawthorne, and if you are a mom, a mother, or if you don't have to be a biological mother, because I am very sensitive to the women who would love to be mothers, but God just haven't seen it as yet as so. We're saying, if you are a woman, we are inviting you to come out this weekend, right? This weekend, March 13th in Dallas, Texas, is going to be explosive. This is just the beginning. This is the first annual, because it will be every year. I'm just speaking it into existence. I don't care what Kimberly says. She know she's my big sister, but I just take over. I act like she's my little sister, and I own her. I just tell her what to do. No, we're having this annually. Yes, it's going to be a fun for mommy. That's just the reality. She's like, all right, Tina. But she is amazing. And so what I would like to do right now, Sharon, we are launching your book on Tuesday, and that's when we're going to get the link. We're going to blast it all over social media, from YouTube to LinkedIn, to everyone's page. We have some surprises for you that I cannot tell you right now, but we have some surprises for you. And let's see. Yes. And we have Glendora. She put it in the chat, the link for the Mother's Day brunch. Go ahead and take out that link. Matter of fact, if you can please copy that link, take a picture of it, go to it. Just if you just simply go to just wisertvnetwork.com, you will see exactly what Kimberly Thomas and her network has going on. Some pretty explosive things, right? And remember the fifth C. Paulette Living Strong is in the building. She says, great day all, great day all. Good to see you, Miss Paulette. She is actually the virtual manager of this event. So she is going to be in the building as well. Good to see you. She is also a member of the Global Women Speakers. Ladies and gentlemen, all I can tell you is that we've been here for over an hour and a half. There are 8 minutes left. 8 minutes left. And what I would like to do with these 8 minutes is I would like for you, if you have a question, if you have a suggestion, if you have anything, I am going to go ahead and put the link in the chat so everyone can see it. I am going to put it right here, right now in the comments. I want you to go ahead and take that right there. It is there in the comment section. Let me know if you can see it. In addition to that, I did it on YouTube. In addition to that, I am going to make it a banner so you can actually see it. Right now, it's going to go across the screen. Let me know when you can see it. It should be up there right now. It says, hey, wait a minute. That says StreamYard. Hold on. That's supposed to be. Hold on. Wait, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Right now. Yes, you can go to watch.wisertvnetwork.com. Watch.wisertv.com, and that should be in the chat immediately. As you can see, we put, let's see, is it copying and pasting? There we go. Now you're going to see it. Yes, it says watch.wisertvnetwork.com. It is across the screen in pretty bright pink. I want you to go ahead and I want you to go and save that for Sunday. Listen, for those of you who would love to be a part of this amazing, phenomenal, once in a lifetime event. I just say once in a lifetime, right? And I am taking a photo of it because I want to send it to you guys right now. Matter of fact, anyone that is watching, if you can take pictures of the screen for me, I would greatly appreciate it. We give out prizes and so many other things, but we have 8 minutes. And so, Dr. Sharon, this is your time. It's not just your time, it's your turn. And you made it very clear that it can be also on your terms. And so I have 3 questions for you. First of all, before you answer the questions, number 1 is we are going to polarize together on the book launch, which is going to be on Tuesday. That's number 1. Number 2, she is going to be speaking in Dallas, Texas at the Hilton Resort on May 13th. I would love for you to chime in. If you have any questions, you can reach out to Dr. Sharon directly. You can reach out to me. You can reach out to Kimberly Thomas. You can reach out to Paulette Livingstrong. You can reach out to Glendora Divine. And you can also go to watch@wisertv.com or just go to Wiser TV Network, submit an information form, or just play around on there. You may want your own TV show. Now, I'm telling you, the name itself, if you are wise, you would, get you a TV on the best network. I'm just saying, Wiser TV. You want to be wise, right? Matter of fact, let me tell you this little joke that my little nephew told me. I don't know where he got it from, but he says, does beer make you smart? What's the answer, Dr. Sharon? Does beer make you smart, Dr. Sharon?
I suppose it could.
He said it made Bud wiser.
Bud wiser.
I had to tell that little joke. My little nephew told me that before. It was hilarious.
The
But
mouth of babes. Yeah. Mhm.
but
Yeah.
and all jokes aside, we want you to do two things. One, align with us on Tuesday for the launch of the amazing, listen, this book. Tell them the title of the book and tell them what the book is about and why it's important that they align with such a cause. So, Dr. Sharon, over to you.
The name of the book is Armored and Victorious: Memoirs of a Crossover Season.
Ooh,
Um, I could have said armed, but armored means you got it all on, right? All
yes,
of it, all of the
absolutely.
armor is on, and that's the only way to be victorious. I wrote a book prior to that called Weapons for Victory: Memoirs of a Perfect Storm. That was the first half of my story.
Wait, hold on.
Um,
Time break. We call it a pause break here on Sunday Speaker Series. We call it a time, a pause.
a pause.
So listen, you said your first book was called what?
Weapons for Victory: Memoirs of a Perfect Storm.
Wow. I had no idea. No idea
Yeah.
that was the first book you wrote, and I just called you Silence.
Yes, that's why when you said it in Paris, my assistant said it right on the head. You did. You really did.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
discernment. Flesh and blood did not reveal that to me.
No, no, no,
I
no, because
love it.
you had never met me or ever seen me before,
In
and
my
so
life, right?
no,
That
no.
is so explosive. I love that. Talk about
Mhm.
alignment before assignment. Alignment
Mhm.
before assignment.
Before assignment.
I love
Hmm.
it. I love
Yeah,
it. So that's the name of the
yeah.
book. We will be polarizing behind Dr. Sharon on Tuesday, who will be speaking along with another powerhouse, Glendora Divine. I will be in the buildings representing Global Women Speakers, of course. And so we would love to have you this weekend. And we understand that if we can't, right? You may already have plans. We understand that. But you can still watch virtually. And the third thing that I would like to request of each of you, if you have a product, if you have a service, if you have a message, we would love for you to share it right here on Sunday Speaker Series of 2023. And if you are a speaker and you said, you know what, I have a message, I have products, I have services, and you want to share it, sell it, and travel the globe, I am giving you a personal invitation to partner and align with us and become a member of Global Women Speakers, where travel and speaking collide. We are a group of like hearted women that have 5 core values in mind: charity, culture, community, communication, and collaboration. I am Dr. Tina D. Lewis. I have 3 questions for the Dr. Sharon. And the 3 questions are this. Let me know when you're ready. Are you ready for these questions?
Eddie?
Number 1 is why? I mean, you always talk younger people. You always say you just now found out. So is it ever too late to discover or rediscover yourself?
No, it is not. I mean, if we're going to look at it from a biblical point of view, Moses was 80
Wow.
when he was to deliver the children of Israel from bondage, and so 80 is a big number. And without, I could tell you my age. I'm 63 years old, and
Wait, pause, break. Pause, break. Mm-mm. Hold on. I need a drink. I need a drink on that one. Let me get my drink on Sunday. Let me drink my holy water right now.
oh my
Okay.
goodness,
Can
you
you repeat that?
crazy luck. You are so crazy, girl.
I need
Oh
you
my
to repeat that.
Yes, I am 63, and I don't feel like I am, but I am. I am, and so I get to do this on my own terms.
Wow. Yes.
Mhm.
And Paulette Livingstone says, you look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Wait, Dr. Judy says 63 where? I'm saying, like, I don't even know. I think your next book, listen, this is speaking the things that are not as though they were. Your next book has to be how to look, I don't know, just how to look good, and how to look sexy over 60. I'm just saying. That's my brain.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Remember passion,
Thank you.
fulfillment, monetization.
Yes.
Fulfillment, monetization. Matter of fact, look, Vinay said, laugh out loud, Dr. Tina with her holy water.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
I want the Holy Spirit inside of me.
Mhm. Yes. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. I love it, love it, love it. This is awesome. Okay, so your 3 questions before we go.
I thought that was one.
That was. So you have 2 more. See?
Yes, I got more.
So, what advice would you give your younger self? What advice would you give young people that are still in their 20s, 30s, that you feel that will actually shorten the learning curve and help them achieve the success that their heart desire? What are 3 things that you would tell your younger self or younger people in their 20s and 30s that are looking to achieve that same success? Sharon, over to you.
Don't run away when things get hot, when things get crazy, don't run away. Just stay with the program. I ran away several times. And so when you make a detour, you have to go the long way to get back on track. If you could just stay on track, I often talk about the roller coaster ride. My favorite was the Cyclone over there in New York, in Brooklyn. And I loved the Cyclone. It was that roller coaster that I would get on. Most of the time, people had to force me to get on. But once I was on, you were there, and it kept going up, up, up really slow. And you knew when you got to the top, you were going to crash. And you had no idea what it was going to feel like. Sometimes I wanted to just, oh God, why did I do this? Let me jump off, da, 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 da. And we do the same thing with life. We want to jump off before we get to the top and realize that when we crash, we're still alive. We're still alive. That no matter what's going on, we are still alive. So if I could give that advice to my younger self, I wouldn't have gotten off the ride the several times that I did. And I might hit where I am today a little sooner if I didn't get off the ride. Another thing is, don't let anybody despise your youth. You know what to say. Just say it boldly and respectfully, and don't let anybody despise who you are. I'm always going to the Bible because that's what I know. And when Timothy was about to be a pastor, he was a young man, very, very young, and he was a protege of Paul, who was older than him, and he was afraid to take on that role of the biggest church there was at the time, the church of Ephesus. And Paul said to him, God didn't give you a spirit of fear. He gave you power. He gave you love. He gave you a sound mind. Use that to be the pastor. Use that to be the entrepreneur. Use that to be the student, the achiever, the 4.0 graduate. Use that instead of fear. And I guess my third thing would be to take the challenges of life as lemons, right? In my book, I talk about lemons for sweet lemonade, and how you have to take those lemons. Everybody says, take the lemons and make lemonade. You don't just want lemonade. Some lemonade is sour. So you want it to be sweet. So you got to squeeze that thing until it becomes sweet to the taste, regardless of how sour it was meant to be. If you squeeze it long enough, if you add some stuff, some sweeteners to it, it will become sweet to the taste, even though it looks from the outside as if it's not. So that would be my three suggestions to those who are younger than me. Be braver than me. Please be braver than me.
Mm. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. And so, Sharon, is your phone on?
No, but I think my power is going. So yeah,
Right.
on my computer. Mhm.
So we just want to say thank you for being here, Sharon. You are the silent storm. I love how God just connected us, and I love the fact how you do not allow anything to distract you from Global Women Speakers, from our relationship, from what we are connected to do, and what we're going to bring to the world. I love the fact that you're obedient to God's word. That's more importantly. And then the fact that you are, I shared with you before, like I believe that you can be that Harriet Tubman to free women that are over 50, to let them know that, hey, this is who you really are. It's not who you were told you would be as a kid when it says, don't talk, be seen and not heard. The things that women were told in church, right? That you can't see you're beautiful. You can't wear makeup. You can't be proud of yourself. You have to be humble and lowly. You found something different, and I would love for you to take that, package it, and give it to every single woman that you encounter, because we all need liberating. And so, ladies and gentlemen, if you found any value from anything that Dr. Sharon has shared, and I know we have a little feedback, but I'm going to ask that you literally just bear with it, because this is what happens when there's power, when there's like electrifying power activity. The only way that relationships can be destroyed, the only way I would say vision can be blocked, and seeds can be thwarted from growing, is to have interference. And because this was so powerful, because Dr. Sharon is so anointed, and those of you who are listening, you brought energy, whether you are watching on Facebook, whether you are on LinkedIn, whether you're watching on YouTube or from my business page or from our exclusive Facebook Global Women Speakers of 2023 group. You matter, and you, whether you're on the screen or behind the scenes, you matter. And as the founder of Global Women Speakers, I just want to let you know that it was an absolute honor. It was an absolute privilege. It was a gift to have each of you here on our 18th Sunday Speaker Series, sponsored by Global Women Speakers. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I would love for you to follow us on Instagram. Yes, we are on Instagram. We just started the page and we have some good followers, Global Women Speakers. You will see all of our speakers there on our Instagram page. We are going to make sure that every speaker, every single woman that's aligned with Global Women Speakers, we're going to expose them all over the globe. We're going to make sure that they are seen, that they are heard, and that they are paid. If you want to speak, and it says in Madrid, we've already done that. We already spoke in Madrid. But if you want to speak on any platform, we are going to India, Dubai. We will be in New York, Atlanta. We will be in Baltimore. We'll be in California. We will be in Greece. We'll be in Mexico. I mean, we will be all over the globe. And so if you want to be a speaker, send me an email at speak@globalwomenspeakers.com. Send me an email at speak@globalwomenspeakers.com. speak at globalwomenspeakers.com. And I will love, love, love to have you. I would love to have you. It is a process. It is a process, right? You complete the form, right? You schedule a call, we do an interview, because I had a vision and I could easily do an advertisement. I can do a call for speakers and just have them sign up and be a part of the membership. But my process is a little bit different. This is because this is a legacy that we're building. And we're building a group, an organization, a cohort of women who are like-hearted, people who uplift other women, people who inspire, encourage, empower other women sincerely, genuinely, and authentically. People who have bought into the vision of creating global entrepreneurship through women of different cultures, different races, different religions, and different languages. We have a common denominator, and it's those 5 pillars that I will live and stand by: charity, culture, community, communication, and collaboration. You must be aligned in those 5 pillars to be a part of Global Women Speakers. And so if you would like to speak, if you would like to be a part of an organization of women who are traveling the globe, of women who are having an absolute blast, of women who are aligned, because I believe in alignment before assignment, with bringing your vision, your purpose, your product, your service to the world, then I can tell you, it's a saying that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I believe that Global Women Speakers is the vehicle to help you go faster. If you don't believe me, you can ask some of our members, like Dr. Erica Speaks. I am wearing the shirt. Te identificas. Do you identify? Can you relate? She is amazing. You can ask Dr. Rita, who is unbelievable. She is in finances. You can ask Lori Curtis. Lori Curtis is the founder of not just a fitness brand, but she is the founder of On the Court Solutions. And if you want to talk about being a facilitator, she's a speaker, she's a coach. And matter of fact, tomorrow they're starting a 30-day fitness challenge. I've opted in. It's only $20 for a fitness challenge. If you're part of Global Women Speakers, it is in the group. Join Lori Curtis and her son. There's nothing like a son and mother business, right? A mother and son business, a family-owned business. It's amazing. And so what they're doing is a 30-day challenge to help get us fit, to get us on the right path to our nutrition, our dieting. Well, I don't like to use that word, just our nutrition, right? And my personal goal is, because I've been traveling from, Dubai, Spain, Paris, Atlanta, went on a cruise, so many things, right? I haven't been on my nutrition as I should have been, and I haven't worked out. And so I'm having muscle atrophy. So I made a commitment to myself. I've already started packing my food. I've been meal prepping, you guys. Have my little crackers, everything, in the car. Just ate my tangerine. So I'm committed to having my best body ever. And if I could partner and align with someone for $20 that's going to give me expertise, then go for it. But not only that, she's a member of Global Women Speakers. You got to go join the Lori Curtis. She is an ultimate member. Join Lori Curtis. We're going to be launching the book of Sharon Arendale. Dr. Sharon is in the building. So really quickly, 3 things. Number 1, go ahead and you see the QR code that's in the screen. You can take a picture of that. It will take you to the Global Women Speakers website or the Sunday Speakers series, where you can opt in to be a speaker, to share your product or your service. As you can see, I have on 2 brands. I have on the brand by Dr. Erica Speaks. I have on Hottie Body, which is my personal fitness band, and a portion of the proceeds goes to a nonprofit. But if you have a brand that you would love for me to promote free of charge, just send me the product. I will definitely give you a shout out on our Sunday Speaker series. That's number 1. Number two is that I want to give you a challenge. Mother's Day is coming up, but not only that, Mental Health Month, even though mental health is a daily thing, right? Mental Health Month is coming up. I would like for you to find a charity, find a person, a family, and I would absolutely love for you, love for you, love for you to do something kind or do something impactful. And here's a couple examples that I want you to do for Mental Health Month. I want you to call someone that I know this is going to be challenging for some, including myself. I want you to call someone that you were friends with, but you guys no longer talk for whatever reason. Maybe you did something to them, or they did something to you, or the season just ran out. I want you to call them and just reach out to them and just tell them, hey, how are you? How are you doing? I was thinking about you. I miss you. I love you. Just say that. Or in addition to that, I want you to be in a drive-through and pay for the people's food behind you. You never know if people are struggling. You never know what someone is going through. I love doing that. And sometimes I forget that I did it. I just drive off. And one time I thought I was scared, right? Because this car, not scared for me, scared for them. But it was this car on the side of me, you guys, right? I drove off. I'm jigging in my bag. Yes, I was eating fries. I love Chick-fil-A waffle fries with barbecue sauce. Delicious. So I'm driving, zigging in my bag, eating my fry. And this car is like, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I didn't cut anybody off. What's going on? They were like, so my spirit was calm. So I didn't feel that I was in danger. I rolled down my window. The lady started crying. She started crying and she said, thank you so much. She said, I knew I did not have the money on my card. And I was in the car praying that when I got to the window that I would have the $10.69 to pay for my meal. And so you never know what someone is going through. And it's just those little things that are so rewarding and so impactful. I mean, $10, she didn't have it on her card. And so, I mean, at the time, you know, I don't know. It wasn't my ideal. It was just downloaded into me. And so, ladies, I want to share that when you pray for something, when you ask for something, God uses people, circumstances, prayer, church, and situations. She was praying and he used me. And I'm grateful that I was available. And here's another nugget. God doesn't use just people who have ability to do something. He uses those that are available. And so be available. My prayer is that we all will be available to be used in the time that he needs us. And so when she did all of that, I looked at her and I just said, no problem. I said, can you pull over? She was like, I'm running late for work. I said, please, can you pull over? And I blessed her. Because I remember a time when I was in the grocery store and I had just enough money for my groceries for my daughter and I. And someone blessed me. I remember those times. And I'm telling you, I want you to think back to those times where someone blessed your life so you would never forget where you came from or how hard it was and how you felt as a parent, how you felt as a woman, how you felt when you were in need. Never forget that feeling, because I can tell you this, God will humble you and put you back so you can have those feelings so you won't forget them. So that's the second thing I challenge you. And the third thing, honestly, I don't have a third thing. My only third thing is just thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm blown away because I am living proof that people will not like you. They will not support your business or your brand. They will be a wolf in sheep clothing to destroy you, to not want you to succeed, to backbite, to gossip, to do all of those things, even when you help them. And I am living proof that the more they do that, the more God continues to exalt you. The more God continues to exalt you. There are people that started with Global Women Speakers or Sunday Speaker Series that thought it would just disappear or go away. This is our 18th series. This is our 18th series. And the lineup that we have, it's unbelievable. I've shared with you that we've had Les Brown, we've had Derrick Harper, 25 businesses. 2 of them are 8-figure. My friend Kate Hancock, who is a beast, took $20 and turned it into $20 million. We've had Eric Zuley. We've had the Delatoro McNeil, speaker of all speakers. He is keynoting in June for the National Speakers Association. The lineup that we have is explosive. Our Global Con live conference that we're having in Dubai, the sponsors, ridiculous. We have investors and sponsors that love Global Women Speakers and love Sunday Speaker Series, that they pay for airfare and hotel. Matter of fact, Dr. Rita was able to have her airfare sponsored to fly her from Raleigh, North Carolina, to Las Vegas, Nevada, to simply volunteer for a golf tournament. There are so many opportunities. All I can tell you is that I know without a shadow of a doubt that I finally am operating to my highest capacity, that I'm operating in my gift, and that Global Women Speakers will be the #1 platform for women around the globe. Where we're launching in May, you don't want to miss out. You don't want to miss out. Did I say you don't want to miss out? And so I just want to say thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you, whether you watch us live every Sunday, whether you only watched us once, whether you catch us on Facebook in our exclusive Global Women Speakers 2023 Facebook group, or you catch us on LinkedIn like Dr. Judy, or you may watch on YouTube. Whichever platform that you watch on, I just want to say thank you to all of my guests that said yes, because some of them have speaking fees of $50,000. Some of them have fees $100,000. Yes, absolutely. But they said yes so they can come and contribute to Global Women Speakers. And I don't take it lightly. I do not take it lightly. I'm humbled and I say thank you. But most importantly, I want to say thank you to those of you who are members of Global Women Speakers. I promise you, I am 1,000% committed to your business, to your brand, and to your bank account. If I don't know anything else, I am committed to that. And for each and every one of you that are on the sidelines, that are cheering us on, that are following us, that's commenting, that's connecting and collaborating with our speakers, I thank you for that. I thank the people who have podcasts and radio shows, the people who saying, hey, Tina, I want your speakers. I want the people who have magazines that have put us in your magazine. Those of you who are just supporters, I say thank you. And those of you that are non-supporters, I thank you too. Because sometimes we remember the people who support us, they make us who we are, right? I remember the people who do not support. And because of them, those are the people that causes me to work harder. Those are the people that give me the energy, that gives me that extra that's needed to make sure that not just myself, but that makes sure that each and every one of Global Women Speakers are highly successful, that they have omnipresence, that they are seen, heard, and paid. My name is Dr. Tina G. Lewis, and I'm the founder of Global Women Speakers. I am so honored to have this privilege to be aligned with women from all over the globe. We have so many opportunities. We will be speaking in South Africa, in Johannesburg. That I could not have created for myself. We're doing a TED Talk in Dubai. So many other things, and I can't tell it all. All I can tell you is either join us or watch us. We'll bring the popcorn. Dr. Tina G, the 18th series of Sunday Speaker Series, sponsored by Global Women Speakers. That is our story, and we're sticking to it. Bye for now. See you next week on May 7th, the first ever Global Women Speakers Sunday Speaker Series for the month of May. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.